This video is sponsored by Agony. Hello there. The hardest mod ever made is calling me again. So far, I've played pretty much every major in the ultra-historical, ultra-difficult Black Ice mod, and found them all agony to play with, albeit still fun. But there's one country left I still haven't tried. Poor, abused, endlessly invaded Poland. That's right, I'm going to take the country that is supposed to implode the moment Germany sneezes in its direction, and see if I can survive. And, for even more pain, I'm going to do it using completely historical division designs as well. Couldn't historical Poland have survived if they had me in charge? Like the video and subscribe to find out. Also, the big community multiplayer game at 75k subs is getting ever closer. Okay, here we are, Poland. Except this is Black Ice. This means torture. If you're not familiar with Black Ice, there's so much. Totally revamped government system, totally revamped focuses, individual research slots, hugely expanded research, and energy and resources. It's gonna be hell. And not only that, I have to use historical divisions. Black Ice is very much tailored for historical outcomes, so there is essentially zero chance I will survive, but I'm gonna give it a try with a few little strategies. Mod developers apparently hate me and have given me a crap focus tree, much of which I can barely use, but we're gonna give it a go. Strengthen the Polish state, and this is the army that we're gonna be working with. Let me just quickly change these NATO symbols to regular symbols so it's a little bit easier to understand what the hell I'm making. NATO symbol lovers in the comments, please rise up. Our big limiter is the fact that we don't have any doctrines, because in Black Ice to do World War II doctrines, you have to finish World War I, and we're massively behind. So I need to research every single one of these, giving me incremental bonuses every step of the way, or I explode. Also, we're Poland, we don't know what an economy is. Not great. We'll be actually making our infantry division that we need in 1939, and so we'll be spending the entire time trying to catch up. For starters, we don't know what artillery is, so we need to research that right now. There's also some serious problems with our artillery that we'll get to later. I am desperately terrified. We are only going to be building in these 3 states because I can't defend the rest of this. I will explode. Also, I love looking at this. Look at the state around Warsaw. It looks like a little bear or a rabbit. That looks cool. We actually don't start out making quite a lot of the equipment we need, including anti-tank and heavy artillery. And what's really distressing is that actually these are the guns that we need. We don't get to upgrade them. The artillery situation is problematic, okay? Always remember to assign your MIOs because they just sort of don't get assigned. Kills me. And we need to be assigning steel refineries because we don't make any steel. We make basically nothing. With all of our steel mines up, we are still down 70 steel, so I'm gonna have to actually import steel. Okay, screw me. Okay, and now we're exporting a lot of the steel that we actually just imported. Oh god. Which means that we actually get our factories back. Black Ice, please. One thing we're desperately gonna need is the experienced Great War General to try and speed up our World War I techs, but to get that, we need an army chief. So okay, let's hire the defense guy, and then I gotta wait for the PP to be able to get him. It's all a chain. But first, a quick word from this video's sponsor, Agony, from the final frontier. Feeling a little thirsty here on the bridge. Computer, make me a tea.
Tea? Earl Grey. Hot, like your man crush, Captain Picard.
How on earth did you know? I'm also feeling hungry. Computer, make me a sandwich.
1 lump of Stilton cheese.
What? No! This isn't what I wanted at all! What's going on with you? Now I feel like I need a drink. Computer, make me a
1 old-fashioned with orange pill.
No! This is what I wanted! Where are you getting all this information from?
Sorry, Captain, but our analysis has learned everything about you. We know you more than you know yourself. We got it all from data brokers online. If you wanted your privacy protected, you should have used Agony.
Agony is a personal information removal service that hunts down your personal data online and gets it removed. Just think of all the websites you've given your information to. Social media, game sites. Hell, I've had to make dozens of accounts on obscure historical source websites and databases. How do we know they're safe? The inevitable leaks means that our data gets exposed and gathered by data brokers. They have your name, your addresses, your preferences, even your social security numbers, building profiles on you that are then sold to advertisers and scammers, all to help fuel targeted ads and spam emails. I can't tell you how many creepily personalized scam emails I get every day. Agony helps by reaching out to those data brokers on your behalf and gets that information removed, and they keep fighting for you every day by making repeated removal requests to data brokers, so any new breaches or data records get removed without you ever having to worry about it. To use Agony and protect your data, just create an account with my link, agony.com/Aldrahill deal, to get a massive 60% off an annual plan. Every single one of you that clicks that link and signs up for Agony directly supports this channel, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's really no reason not to. I sure wish I'd used Agony. Just got infantry guns done. And this is actually going to be our main artillery. You're not aware infantry guns are those like small little guns that like infantry use to help support battalion level movements. They're not like proper artillery pieces, but the Black Ice developers in their glorious wisdom have made the infantry gun the 75mm WZ 1902-26, and that is actually the artillery gun that the Poland used for their infantry. This means this has to be the majority of my guns, not the 105mm WZ-29. So we get almost no artillery, like actual artillery in our divisions. You see this? It ain't looking like this. It's gonna look worse. The Polish focus tree is truly cursed because it goes in 3 different lines here. It gives factories in all over the place, and most of them are gonna be taken almost instantly by the Germans because we're only gonna keep 3 states. So they're kind of all useless. I guess this one, because it does add some stuff to the Warsaw area. Most of this is crap. There are so many economy techs in this damn mod. Look at all this little tiny things everywhere. It's crazy. It's just too much to keep track of. Oh, another research slot. Yes. There are at least a couple focuses to give some research slots. I can get some doctrine one here, and I can get another one here. I'm going to lose this as soon as the war begins, but you know what? I need it. I need the doctrines, please. Almost time to make the divisions, but let's also think about where we're going to be defending. We're going to be holding in a little circle all around Warsaw with one additional section just into Krakow, because without Krakow, I won't get to keep any coal. And remember, state control is based on the percentage of the victory points within that state, and Krakow has 15 VPs, so just holding Krakow gives me control of the entire state for resource purposes. Same too with Lodz, though there isn't any resources there that I care about. It's more about the factories. I probably will lose Krakow first, but I'm gonna do my best. Black Ice also adds pillbox defenses, which are meant to build first before you do land forts. It's sort of like a preliminary fort level, I guess. So we're gonna start getting that together now. Hey, we got Zalozi. Hooray, a tiny little state. Thank you. Flight from Poland. A stratospheric balloon flight from Poland. Thank you, Bice. I love to learn things. The big impediment here is we're still not able to get off civilian economy, and while that really hurts our economy, it means we can't get off reserve army. Just look at the stats. Look what it does to us. We're supposed to go up on it, but we're not going to be able to do that unless there's a sufficient amount of war support or world tension, or we're at war. I can't get here. I don't know how to decrease this. I need it, man. Let's go to like cooperative foreign policy. Maybe that will change something. No, it doesn't change anything. Okay. Damn you, Black Ice. It is now January 1939, so we can now make our infantry division. And through very close reading of various sources for what exactly goes into a Polish infantry division, I'm gonna cry, okay? First of all, you gotta learn to read the horrendous code of NATO symbols, which is Agony, but I'm basically fluent in it now. And looking at it in terms of battalion organization and all this, it should be that it has a pretty large amount of artillery. All these little artillery symbols with different numbers of guns. It should be something like this. Now this looks awful, don't worry, but it's actually going to be a little bit worse because looking further at the actual equipment that the division has, it doesn't have regular light artillery. No. The light artillery that Bice gives you is 105mm, but the actual artillery in the divisions is actually the Armata 75mm 1902. This is reused French and some Soviet artillery from World War I. So, taking that into account and taking specific calibers of guns, this is pretty much what the division looks like. 9 infantry, 2 artillery, and 1 anti-tank, with some support, heavy artillery, anti-air, and hospitals. This has a lot less artillery. It's actually kind of close to a vanilla infantry division, but in Bice, it's kinda weak. At the same time, it could be worse. The org is only 15, but doctrines are still forthcoming. Let's hope we can fix it. I also need to make a cavalry division, because, come on, if we're going to play Poland, we've got to charge German tanks with cavalry. Obviously, this never happened, but it's kind of fun. And a cavalry brigade is probably the closest thing, and it has 3 to 4 regiments, but it really has very few men. From my research, each cavalry brigade only had like 2,000 men total, which is nothing. But with the combination of some of the artillery and other things, it is something like maybe 6,000 and 8,000 alongside non-combatants. But there's no infantry, so I don't know what this is. honestly think this is probably as close as we could ever get it, and I absolutely hate this. Look how crappy this is. This is basically where our tanks are going. I hate this. Oh, and we do also have to actually give infantry guns to our infantry and our mobile battalions, and also handheld anti-tank to our infantry and mobile battalions. But I guess we should also think about converting everybody over, because we've got quite a lot of cavalry brigades. Oh my god. Okay, our deficits are a little bit worse than I expected. Oh god. Nope, okay, it's just updated. Yeah, okay, we are in deficit quite a bit. Oh my. Oh, we can finally go to early Moby. Thank you. While tensions increased a little bit, we can go to standing army. Oh god, this is so important. If we just need to get up to general mobilization before the war starts. Oh, we can send an Enigma machine to the Allies. Okay, this is very cool. We basically just had an Enigma machine and we shared it. The war hasn't begun yet, so I feel like we shouldn't get this event now, but yeah, why not? Okay, Polish question. It's happening. War grows near. They are justifying on me, but I can't click limited mobilization. No. I want to. Please let me. Look at this. To be able to go limited, active or generating war goals related to Poland. I am being attacked. Please, what the hell? Oh, it's Danzig war. A little bit early, but 31st of August. I would love to make a deal, and then we could see Danzig and try to get more survival, but I said I'm doing this historical, so we will refuse it. God help us. We were still not completely able to finish all of the World War I doctrines. It took us so long, but we've got most of them. Look, come on, most of them are done. Right, well, this is some bull crap. We're not able to be on general mobilization. We should be unlimited, surely. It's gonna take 28 days to get up there. Let's just hope they're slow, I guess. Let me in, allies. Let me in. The attacks have begun, and they have basically no stats because a focus actually gave us 3 forts on Krakow. Okay, we can do this. Our army is basically useless because we have minus 50% defense, but if we just hold out for 21 days, we will be able to get a nice big attack bonus. And there's the Soviet declaration of war as well. Apparently the Soviets declare on you just as soon as you're down 20% capitulation or 60%, I can't remember. So this was kind of inevitable. Oh my god, this attack is instantly being destroyed. 3 panzers. We can actually pierce them because we do have anti-tank, but it doesn't matter. Oh my god, they're still doing so much damage to us. Oh, my strategies are all falling apart. Okay, let's send more divisions over here. I've got some reserves. I've got reserves. I clearly did not make enough steel mills because, oh man, this is all we make. What? We have officially held out longer than historical Poland, however. Our divisions, while absolutely crap and just useless, they are resisting. We have some forts, but it's not looking great. We've taken only 600 casualties. The Germans have suffered about 2,000. It's not looking amazing. They are pushing us pretty aggressively. I am rotating units in and out as best I can, but I'm getting a little concerned. Like, Warsaw is under threat, but we can pierce all their tanks, which is cool. Let's see if we can put up at least a little bit of air. Why not? Strikes? Really? Now? You are kidding me, my guy. It's now the end of September, and we have managed to hold on just barely, increasing our stability steadily. We are just about surviving, being bombed to absolute hell. I can't even click on the territory because there's so many units on here. I can't even click on the map, but we are somehow alive. We're fully in limited mobilization and now moving towards general mobilization, which will be a 25% defense bonus in 27 days. If I can hold out, I actually think I might survive here. Just a game of constantly rotating forces in and out, but I've just noticed something. Why is Warsaw not our supply hub? What? It's not our supply hub. It doesn't count as the oh, so all my troops are out of supply. Okay. Ooh, we have a couple sections that have collapsed. The problem is we're just so massively in deficit. We're also starting to run out of food and energy. Oh man, we held for like over a month. I'm pretty happy with this. We're almost at 6 weeks, but we've lost Pluk, which is not great, and we've lost Czestochowa. Hey, we've done pretty well. I'm happy with that. We might lose this tile as well, but if we can just hold on to Warsaw, come on, baby. No, Krakow. The problem is that we only have 20 factories and no steel because of the resource system. Having Krakow just did not help me in terms of steel mills. I needed to have built like 15 more steel mills, man. Oh, this is terrible. Hang on, Warsaw's still holding. Oh man, we lost Krakow and instantly capitulated. We survived 6 weeks as Black Ice Poland. We also have lost all of our research slots forever, which is not ideal, but at least we can keep going with our doctrine research. Oh yeah, because if you don't know, Black Ice research slots are tied to specific tiles. You lose them if you lose the city they're based in. Cool, right? Okay, we've received 4 divisions that have survived. Oh, baby. And an expeditionary force as well. Okay. Well, that's the 4 of them back. And that is 2 infantry and 2 of the cavalry. That's all we got. Oh, baby. I don't like that at all. What happened to these divisions is that they actually did take part in the defense of France. So let's get over there. As well as one of them fighting in the Battle of Narvik. So let's see if we can help out in France. We don't seem to have a focus tree. Where's my government in exile focus tree? No, please. Here comes Germany into Belgium. We're not going to defend Belgium because the Poles only took part in the Battle of France. They did not defend Belgium. Oh, wow, look, there's even an historical Saarbrücken offensive, though a bit late. They're actually pushing. That's cool. France AI, please defend yourself. I beg of you. It's just so horrendous. Look how fast Germany just rips through everything. But we are contributing. We are suffering casualties. We are helping. We're probably going to end up getting Dunkirked with the Brits. Oh, God. Okay, pull back, pull back. I don't like these green eggs and ham anymore. Stop. Well, I think we've managed to delay Germany at least a little bit. It's July now, and they're only just now destroying Paris. God damn, that's depressing. We Dunkirked successfully, which is good, and there it is. Now, to sit quietly and prepare, and get ready for our second impact into the war, which is in Africa. I sure do hope we get some more divisions over time. We've actually been able to help out in Egypt. We've actually encircled some Italian divisions. The Polish forces did get to help out in the British Army in North Africa, but it wasn't really until 1941 that they had a lot of men because they were released from Soviet imprisonment in like 1941 and were allowed to then take part in Iran and fighting over here. So we'll be here and trying to hold back the Italian hordes. One of my little tank divisions got sunk. No. Oh, that's not good. More divisions from the UK. Thank you very much. What have you given me? Another cavalry. Where would I be without you? We actually get to be working on World War II doctrines. If you haven't played Black Ice, it's intense with offensive and defensive doctrine choices. Oh, there's so many different ones. Regimental doctrines and special forces and command, which you mandatorily need because it gives flat org and extra space in your generals for more divisions. So that's the priority. But I think historically, Poland kind of fought in a sort of typical World War I fashion with not a ton of mobile warfare. So I'm going to say pretty normally it's a methodical battle doctrine with extensive planning and prep and something like prepared defense. East Africa is destroyed. Oh boy. Goodbye, Italy. And they're getting pushed back very heavily. There is the invasion of the Soviets, a bit late. Very interesting. Since Germany invaded the Soviet Union, Stalin was kind enough to make a deal and liberate all of the interned Polish civilians and military, tens and tens of thousands of them, and they formed under General Anders' army, and they were allowed to flee south through the Iran corridor and join up with the British army in North Africa, which is basically what these guys are representing. They don't actually really have much divisional changes because it wasn't until like late 42 that they even got equipment. I found one source that said they didn't have more than 400 rifles between the entire army, which is really funny to me. Oh man, that's a fast follow Kiev. Oh baby, Soviets are getting absolutely dumpstered. Look at this encirclement going on over here. Oh my god, Rostov is already starting to fall. No, please. Caucasus. Oh god. At least the UK has defeated Iraq. Oh, and there's Japan, of course. Oh, now see, in Black Eyes, Japan is a bit overtuned, and they seem to always win against China these days, which is not ideal. But there's lots of Indian forces. Maybe they can, you know, go and help out, please. And of course, the British forces have got themselves completely encircled in Sirte. Okie dokie. My forces gone in there? They have not. Thank you. 1942 has rolled around, so I can make another template, which was formed at this time, which is the Polish 1st Armored Corps. So for funsies, we're going to change up the cavalry division that we've got to try to mimic it. Now, it mostly used Lend-Lease tanks like Shermans, Sherman Fireflies, which were more available later on in the war, but we're going to approximate it as best we can. The only issue is that the developers did not really plan that Poland would survive or anyone would play them. So the only thing I can put in is light tanks and cavalry tanks. So we're going to estimate that the rough amount of tanks based on the information that I have, the Polish Ulan regiment, the armored regiments, something like this. It's at least somewhat close. The manpower is all messed up because there were actually a lot of hangers-on to this division. And this, like I said, these guys should be more Shermans. Don't pay attention to that 473 artillery pieces, by the way. That, for some reason, includes mortars. I somehow doubt there were 473 75mm artillery guns per division. I'm basically never going to get to use this because no one will give me any tanks, but, you know, maybe. Okay, let's see. Please, Papa America, may I have some tanks? No. Roosevelt says no. 2 more divisions have been given to us by the Brits to help out in Africa. I assume that's basically our only purpose. Thankfully, the Russian-German front has mostly stalled with the advent of winter. This is basically just like a Drudanil-style AI watching game for Black Ice, because while we do get some impact in North Africa, I am getting a chance to at least contribute here and there. I'm mostly just seeing what the AI does, and what I'm noticing is actually China is starting to win against Japan, which is crazy good. The Soviets are actually holding. This feels vaguely historical. What? Oh my gosh, is this a D-Day? It's 1942. A successful D-Day into Brittany? What is happening? Actual Marines? The 5th Armored Division? I don't think I'll be able to get there in time, but I'm impressed. I do have some ships. Let's convoy escort them. Let's go. No, I do actually have some divisions. Oh my god, I actually have some divisions still in England. Let's change the army that's in North Africa to be actually under Anders, because that'd be nice, and then we'll replace them with Roman Abraham. Do I have a field marshal? I do. Oh my god. We will help liberate France, and they lost Brest immediately. Okay. The pockets are being closed on the Eastern Front. It's only late 1942, and we are also holding Brittany. There's genuinely like 50 divisions here. There's no Americans yet. It's only British and some French. Oh my god. I'm contributing with the capitulation of Iran. Anders' army and Wojciech the Bear can actually start to do things, because that's what Anders' army did. They replaced Soviet garrison divisions in occupied Iran, and that's what the Bear did. He lugged artillery. That's very funny to me. But Northern Africa is completely won. The Italians have been completely kicked out, and it looks like the Germans are dying on the Eastern Front. Damn, Japan is absolutely getting wrecked in China. Look at these weird pockets. This is strange. But they have managed to take Singapore and much of the Dutch East Indies, but we're not concerned with that. We have a secondary D-Day around Calais that's doing surprisingly well. I think I'm going to bring up my reserve forces that I had that were in Africa and really shouldn't have been. And the Brittany push just sort of stopped. Not quite sure why. No one else is really advancing. Let's see what happens. The 2 different pushes have almost... No, they have linked up. We have taken back northern France. We have inflicted 30,000 casualties on the Germans, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is significant because we're mostly doing little bits of maneuvering back and forth. And you know what? Germany is not defending very well. Belgium is mostly liberated. The Soviets are crushing in from the east. Apparently, if Poland holds for even a few weeks more than they did historically, Germany just implodes. My tank divisions are actually running through and capping VPs. This is fantastic. We're being useful. Paris liberated mid-1943. Why do I have divisions randomly over here? Okay. Historical-wise, the Polish divisions did indeed fight in the liberation of France and the invasion of the West, mostly mixed in with the British army. We should also have some planes, but that kind of messed up because our planes died horribly. But we can at least send them over here into Western Germany to try to contribute. Come on, guys. We're so close to Berlin. Wow, Britain's giving me even more divisions. Let's go. Thank you. They're actually sending me troops that have been saved. Oh, maybe it's because the Soviet Union has just reached Danzig. Do you maybe want to liberate Poland from me, buddy? Okay, the AI for the Allies is sort of just turned off. I don't think they expected to be doing so well, so they're just not advancing despite the fact that the Germans are completely dead. So I guess it's just me doing the pushing. Okie dokie. And Berlin has been liberated by the Soviets. Oh, it's happened. We were nearby at least. Sadly, they've not decided to release us. What? New Zealand is capitulated? Oh my god. Japan managed to take New Zealand while they're dying everywhere else. Priorities, guys. Priorities. Germany has been defeated June 1944. Fantastic. Of course, Italy is still in the war and no one is invading them. It's taking ages. Okay, and there it is. It took until the end of 1944 for some reason, but peace in our time has been established. And this is the peace deal that it came up with. The Soviet Union completely took Germany. Wait, I'm sorry. No, hang on. Germany actually still exists as the Greater German Reich in the south. There's a tiny bit of Austria. What's going on here? We've got a communist Yugoslavia, and I have been released as the People's Republic of Poland under Władysław Gomulka. Okay, cool. For some reason, I've lost Lodz, Posen, and Danzig. What? What is happening? Do I have any focuses for this? I do not, but I do have access to my focus tree once more. So that's pretty cool. Vichy France is still alive, which is pretty weird. And Japan has yet to be capitulated, but I'm not involved in that. So I'm going to say we have managed to succeed, even if, you know, really it was just waiting for the Soviet Union to do something. We actually managed to hold off the Germans for a good few weeks, and that was enough to mess up their plans and spoil their focus tree so that they got wrecked. This was agony to witness because by device is slow as hell and painful to play, but really fun, so I'd recommend you check it out. Do be sure to leave me a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video, and also suggest any videos you'd like to see on the channel in the future. Thank you to all the YouTube members and patrons who so wonderfully support this channel, and thank you to Agony for sponsoring this video. Make sure to go to incogni.com/aldrahilldeal to get an exclusive 60% off an annual plan. Bye-bye.